Welcome back to Real Numismatic, where every coin tells a story of history, craftsmanship, and the people who used it every day. On this channel, we explore the fascinating world of rare coins, uncover verified historical facts, analyze collectible features, and separate myths from reality. Today, we're taking a close look at a 1951D Lincoln Wheat cent, a classic American coin that may seem ordinary at first glance, but has a rich history, important collector appeal, and a few details every numismatist should know. Let's dive in. The 1951D Lincoln Wheat cent is one of those coins that many collectors encounter early in their collecting journey. Yet it represents an important chapter in American numismatic history. At first glance, it may look like just another old penny, but behind its familiar appearance lies a story connected to post-World War II America, the booming economy of the early 1950s, and one of the longest-running coin designs in United States history. While countless examples survive today, understanding what makes some pieces more collectible than others can help you recognize a truly desirable specimen. The Lincoln cent itself first entered circulation in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first regularly circulating United States coin to feature the portrait of a real historical figure instead of the symbolic Lady Liberty. The design was created by the renowned sculptor Victor David Brenner, whose initials VADB famously appeared on the first 1909 issues before being removed and later restored in smaller form. By 1951, this design had already been in circulation for more than 4 decades and had become one of America's most recognizable coins. Your coin was struck in 1951 at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small D Mint mark beneath the date. The Denver Mint played a significant role in producing Lincoln cents during the mid-20th century, helping meet the nation's growing demand for circulating coinage as the American economy expanded after World War II. Looking closely at the obverse, we see Abraham Lincoln facing to the right, with the motto "In God We Trust" across the top, Liberty to the left, and the date 1951 along with the D Mint mark to the right. On the reverse, the classic wheat ears design features 2 wheat stalks framing the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, with the national motto "E pluribus unum" above. This reverse design remained in use until 1958, before being replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design beginning in 1959. The 1951D Wheat cent is composed primarily of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it the familiar reddish-brown appearance when new. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams, measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter, has a thickness of about 1.52 millimeters, and features a plain edge. These specifications remain standard for Lincoln cents of this era. Before the copper composition changed decades later, the Denver Mint produced over 625 million 1951D Lincoln cents, making it one of the higher mintage wheat cents of the series. Because of this substantial production, the coin is generally considered common in circulated grades. However, rarity in coin collecting isn't determined solely by mintage. Condition plays an equally important role, and pristine, fully original mint state examples are significantly more desirable than circulation pieces. Examining the photos you provided, the D Mint mark is clearly visible, confirming the coin was struck in Denver. The coin shows moderate circulation wear, particularly on Lincoln's hair, cheek, coat details, and the wheat ears on the reverse. The surfaces appear generally original from what is visible in the images, though photographs alone cannot confirm whether the coin has been lightly cleaned or altered. There are no obvious major mint errors visible in these photos, such as broad strikes, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or traumatic die cracks, because only the visible surfaces can be evaluated from images. Any conclusions beyond what is shown would require an in-hand inspection under magnification. Collectors often search for Lincoln Wheat cents with strong strikes, attractive original color, and minimal contact marks. Coins retaining their original red RD copper color usually command higher premiums than red-brown RB or brown B in examples, assuming similar grades. Since copper naturally tones over time, preserving its original appearance is one of the biggest challenges for collectors. Although the standard 1951D cent is common, collectors also examine these coins for recognized die varieties and striking anomalies. Verified varieties are documented by major numismatic references, but any suspected variety should be confirmed by comparison with published diagnostics or authenticated by a professional grading service. It is important not to assume every unusual mark is a valuable mint error, as many are simply the result of circulation damage or environmental exposure after the coin left the mint. Professional grading companies such as PCGS and NGC evaluate Lincoln cents based on factors including wear, luster, strike quality, surface preservation, and eye appeal. A circulated example, like the one shown in your photographs, would generally be valued primarily as a collectible wheat cent rather than as a high-end condition rarity. Exact grading cannot be determined accurately from photographs alone when it comes to market value. Prices vary depending on condition, color designation, authenticity, collector demand, and recent auction results. Most circulated 1951D Lincoln Wheat cents typically trade for a modest premium above face value, while attractive uncirculated examples can sell for considerably more. High-grade certified coins with exceptional eye appeal may achieve substantially higher prices in the collector market. Rather than focusing on exaggerated internet claims, experienced collectors rely on recent certified sales and recognized price guides to estimate current market value. One interesting historical detail is that the 1951D Lincoln cent was produced during a period when the United States economy was rapidly expanding. Yet the mint continued using the same classic wheat reverse introduced in 1909. Only a few years later, preparations would begin for the Lincoln Memorial reverse that debuted in 1959, making the wheat cent series one of the most beloved and historically significant designs in American coinage. If you own several wheat cents, it is worth examining each one carefully under proper lighting and magnification. Check for mint marks, unusual die varieties, original surfaces, and strong detail. Even common date coins can become desirable if they survive in exceptional condition with original mint luster. To preserve your coin, avoid polishing or cleaning it, as cleaning almost always reduces collector value. Store the coin in an archival quality holder or an inert plastic flip, and keep it in a cool, dry environment away from moisture and contaminants that can accelerate corrosion or discoloration. The 1951D Lincoln Wheat cent reminds us that even coins produced in enormous numbers can hold historical significance and collecting appeal. While this particular example appears to be a circulated Denver issue without any obvious major mint errors visible in the photographs, it remains a genuine piece of American history that connects us to everyday life in the early 1950s. Every wheat cent has its own journey, and understanding the journey is what makes numismatics such a rewarding hobby. If you enjoyed this exploration of the 1951D Lincoln Wheat cent and want more fact-based coin analysis, historical stories, and market insights, be sure to like this video, comment with your favorite wheat cent, share it with fellow collectors, and subscribe to Real Numismatic for more premium numismatic content every week.